Thank you, Sigi. Good morning, everyone. I'm Steve Burian. I'm the director of Cairo. Welcome. Good to be with you all. Someone told me I was supposed to wear a tie to meet a U.S. Senator, thanks to Senator Peter Welch being here. I think I'm the only one with a tie on today. Yes, thank you. But I will point out this tie is, look at the color scheme. It's not an Alabama red tie. I tried to get as close as I could. I dug deep for this to find a tie that matched Vermont colors-esque. Yeah, so thanks, Vermont. Thanks, Sigi. I think, we will get you at the end of the week, but by that time, everyone will have left or be on their way to the airport. So let's give a big round of applause to Sigi for organizing this whole thing. I know there's a lot of others that will get thanked throughout the week, and I want to make sure that Sigi gets his due there. Welcome, warm greetings from the warm part of the U.S., University of Alabama, and Cooperative Institute for Research Operations Hydrology, Alabama Water Institute, and others. We'll hear from Ed Clark in a second. All of the federal facilities there, a lot of fun stuff going on, but we're very excited to have you here in Vermont. I want to just highlight a few quick things about this, that are my reflections, and I think the Senator noted that he was inspired by all that you do, your hard work and effort. I'm inspired by seeing the results of that, and I'm going to highlight some things that are going to be on full display this week that are really exciting to me and seeing what's coming out of Cairo. First is that we have really gravitated and emphasized the next generation water resources modeling framework. So you look at this many authored article. Who's a part of this authorship of the article in this room? We have a handful of people. I see some. There's some over there. There's some way back there. A lot of people in this room are contributing to this, and you'll see this as part of DevCon is really connecting to the next gen framework and a key part of what we do. Something else that you'll see throughout DevCon is the work that Cairo and all of its collaborators and partners are doing to support water resources modeling in the community in general. I think James and Arpita are two of those people that do this, and they focus on four core areas. And a lot of things, I think everyone this week is going to touch on something that these two have helped to set up with their teams. And around us, now, I've been saying James and Arpita so many times for so many years that I've started to call them Jarpita. Jarpita. So congratulations, thanks to Jarpita. Thank Jarpita sometime. They're probably not sitting near each other right now, but when they're together, they're Jarpita. Something else I want to notice is all the cyber infrastructure stuff that's been set up for this is just amazing. I know I was seeing emails being traded late at night, Friday, Saturday, and I see the group right up here. Thank you all, Nia and Manjula and Quinn over there, and I know I'm missing other people. Ben Lee is in this group, and Josh and others have set everything up and basically setting up all of these different platforms for you to use, and on the way towards the high-performance computing system being built at the University of Alabama, and a little bit of suspense for Arpita's keynote where she will highlight that at the end of the week with Dan Ames in the keynote presentation talking about those things. I do want to say that the working groups are coming back. And so the working groups we're now aligning them with the project starts over the summer. And so we'll have 8 new working groups. And the working groups are very much tied to this group. As you'll see, some of the things with data standards and modeling standards have evolved from the working groups that lead to impact from this group here in the Developers Conference. And we'll see a lot of that happen again. But those groups are coming soon, launching in the next month. I want to say the open source impact of Cairo is immense. And when Arpita and James compiled all this information and shared it with me, there are 44 repositories that right now are taking input and serving the community, but also being directed by Cairo. And there's a lot of things with the focus on the next gen community fork that's at the center of all this. I wanted to highlight this. So I've been looking to try to come up with measures of who's making these contributions, who out there in Cairo is having this big impact on the open source repositories that we're trying to manage. And there is the list. Now this, I've been told, is like really squishy in terms of how it is, but there's a lot of great people, dozens of others, but I'm going to start to try to highlight and look at the metrics of who's making those contributions and find ways to recognize them in other ways. But congratulations to all those show. And in cumulatively, we're looking at approaching 5,000 contributions and then charging towards 10,000 by the end of the year is the goal. At the core of all this is Next Gen in a Box. There are workshops that you'll have this week that will highlight this. The community impact, we're approaching 10,000 Docker Hub polls that we're getting towards in this resource and its use. You also see something else that we're doing is trying to build packages around some of the core infrastructure that's being developed, and around Next Gen in a Box, you'll see this product web page. Others of those will be evolving and things we'll be doing going forward. Something else that you'll see debuted at DevCon that is really going to start to crystallize some of the applications of all of the open source tools that are being developed is the research data stream, with the Next Gen in a Box powering that data stream and producing different things. In this particular case, the data stream is providing this access to forecasted archived results that can be then used for research purposes and analysis, but also in evaluation of advances that are being made. And so that hydrocast activity is taking place now. And a couple other things to highlight, and then I'll turn it over to the rest of the program. The first one is the DocuHub. So this is something where right now we have thousands of people engaging with DocuHub, and we look forward to this group really supercharging it this week and throughout the summer with all of your advances and helping to share that, explain it, and document it in this resource. The other aspect is the portal. And so I think on Friday when Dan and Arpita come together, DocuHub and the Cairo portal, you'll see a lot of that energy and inspiration and how it's going forward. We have over 13 apps, 28 data sets, publications, courses, other finished products. DocuHub providing a lot of chance to interact and expose new items, and then the portal showing the finished products and making those available. And so those two side by side, we'll be continuing to develop those and advance those. Really excited about where they're going. And last but certainly not least, it's the trading. It's this conference. The inspiration for this conference is really to be able to provide a forum to be able to exchange the new developments, train in those new developments, and help everyone move forward with their work. And we're really excited about that. And then we're excited to build upon the Developers Conference and what we've established with DevCon with a range of online and in-person workshops of a smaller variety in a variety of places going forward. And you'll see that rolling out through the rest of the year. And with that, I want to close out with a big thank you. University of Vermont, Beverly and crew, fantastic job in pulling all this together. When I can see all of these tables, all of these people here full, happy, sunshine streaming on in, we couldn't ask for a better setting here in beautiful Burlington. And so happy to be here, happy to be with you all. I wish you all a great conference. Thank you so much. So now the next person was supposed to be Beverly and the Dissenter, but I think what we're going to do is bring on stage Ed Clark. Everyone knows Ed. He doesn't like the long introduction, so I'm not going to give him an introduction here, but he's here for the whole week. And so we have a really great opportunity to be able to interact with Ed and all of his experience and learn from it starting right now. So please join me in welcoming Ed to the stage. Thanks.